You know what they say about Facebook and Instagram ads for assisted living? That the right audience targeting makes all the difference. But here's the truth that kills most campaigns before they even start. Teams run broad, generic audiences instead of specific behavioral ones. They spend money on people who are looking for assisted living or senior care, not the adult children who are actually deciding whether to get it. And because those people haven't searched yet, Meta is your chance to plant your brand in their minds. That's what this whole funnel strategy is about. This is Assisted Living Paid Ads Marketing, the show where we take the boring parts of paid media and make them work for your community. I'm Mikey, and today we're talking about how Meta builds demand long before Google sees anyone. Now, here's what you need to know about building the funnel on Meta. It starts with understanding that you're not selling care. You're helping adult children think about it. So you're not targeting people who are looking for senior housing. You're targeting the people who've noticed their parents slipping or fallen or stopped driving. These are your prospects, and they're not in Google yet. The funnel works like this. First comes your prospecting layer. That's where you target adult children 45 to 65 years old using interest and life event signals. Then, once someone engages with you, whether it's clicking a post or watching a video, you move them into retargeting. That's where your cheapest leads come from because they've already seen you. Prospecting is about planting ideas. Retargeting is about pushing those people over the edge. So you start with broad awareness and move toward intent. The audience layer is built in stages. Prospects are not yet looking for care. Retargeting works on people who already know your name. That's where the low-cost conversions come from. The goal of this funnel isn't just to get a lead. It's to create interest, build trust, and guide someone toward booking a tour or calling. And that's where the real magic happens, not in the ad copy, but in how you use Meta's audience layers to move people from awareness to action. Here's how to actually run it. Start with prospecting audiences. Target adult children in your service area using life events like hospitalization or falls, things that show a need is rising. Also use interests, things like aging parents, elder care, or senior health. That's how you find people who are watching for signs and not yet actively searching. Next, build retargeting layers. Anyone who visits your landing page, watches a video, or interacts with a post gets pulled into a new audience. These people already know who you are. They've seen your brand, so when you run another ad to them, the cost is much lower. That's the key benefit of retargeting. Now, test different lead formats. You can use Meta's instant lead forms or full landing pages. Instant forms have less friction, so they capture more raw leads, but those leads are often lower intent. The landing pages cost more, but people who make it through to the page are usually more ready to book a tour. Speed matters. Test which format produces better qualified inquiries by looking at your follow-up data, not raw lead count. That's what makes instant forms valuable. They're fast, but you have to follow up within minutes or they disappear. If someone hits send on an instant form and you don't call them in the first 5 minutes, you've already lost them. Also, track your conversion rate by time. A lead followed up within minutes converts at a much higher rate than one that waits hours. This is why speed is not just helpful, it's essential. It's a lever in itself. It's like having a better funnel, but one that's also faster. The rule that matters? Don't build your funnel by guesswork. Build your funnel with behavioral layers, prospecting for awareness and retargeting for conversion, and always follow up within minutes to keep those leads warm. But here's what people get wrong. They treat all leads the same. Some come from instant forms, some come from landing pages. You need to judge by qualified inquiry, not volume. If your team gets 100 cheap leads and only converts 2, that's not a win. It's a waste of time. They ignore retargeting. Retargeting is where you get the cheapest inquiries, but they're also the ones who are ready to act already. So don't just keep throwing money at cold audiences. Make sure your retargeting layer isn't buried in the noise. They forget to test different formats. Instant forms are fast and cheap, but not always high-quality leads. Landing pages take more effort to build, but they bring better qualified people. Test both on a Careline basis and decide which gives you more qualified inquiries after follow-up. And finally, they don't think through the timing. Meta audiences don't convert overnight. You have to set up systems that let your team identify new leads within minutes, not hours or days. If you wait too long, those leads are already lost. So here's the deal. Build a funnel using stages, prospecting, retargeting, and follow-up. Test lead forms versus landing pages per care line. Judge performance by qualified inquiry, not lead count. And always move fast on new leads. That's what separates campaigns that get results from those that waste budget. That's assisted living paid ads marketing. If this one earned its time, the full system is inside the course at learn.mikey.ai. I'm Mikey. Go build your funnel and make sure you're pulling people in before they even know they're looking. But let me tell you how you actually go deeper on these ideas. Because Meta's power doesn't just come from running ads, it comes from understanding the psychology behind who you're reaching. To truly master audience targeting on Meta, you have to think not just about what someone does, but why. Why are they watching? Why are they reading or clicking something? What emotional trigger pushes them toward care? Meta's algorithm is not just about demographics, though those help. It's about behavior and timing. And that means using life event targeting, like when a parent gets hospitalized or has a fall. These aren't random events. They're signals that someone's thinking about care. Then there's interest targeting. Things like health and wellness, aging parents, or even topics around aging in place. These are people already leaning toward the idea. You don't just find these folks, you connect with them at exactly the right moment when they're wondering how to handle it all. And then comes the copy and the visuals. They have to speak directly to what someone's feeling, not just what they're looking for, but what's behind that need. Maybe it's fear about a parent falling again, or maybe it's relief knowing that help is available. When your ad acknowledges those feelings, people pay attention. Video is one of the best tools here because you can show real-life moments, not just talking heads. A video of a family member visiting their parent, discussing care options, or even showing a tour of the facility. This helps adult children imagine themselves in that situation. It makes them feel seen and understood. Testing your strategy is crucial too. You can't just say, "We tried this," and move on. You have to track things like conversion rates by time of follow-up, cost per qualified inquiry, even the tone of your ad copy versus its performance. These insights help you refine what works for your actual community. Retargeting doesn't stop once someone clicks a post or visits a page. That's when they're warm, and that's when you should be focused on keeping them interested. You can use retargeting to remind people about a free tour, a consultation, or even a simple guide they may have downloaded earlier. The goal isn't to push hard, it's to stay top of mind without being annoying. And don't forget, not every lead is the same. Some come from instant forms, some from landing pages. The real test of success is how many of those leads actually convert into tours or calls. That's your true metric, not lead volume, because that's easy to gain with a cheap form. So focus on quality over quantity. Test which approach brings better qualified inquiries after follow-up, not just raw numbers. You're building a funnel that works both ways, growing awareness and guiding action. And the faster you move, the better your results will be. That's how Meta becomes more than an ad platform. That's how it becomes part of your community's journey. It's about planting ideas early, then following up fast so those ideas turn into decisions. You're not selling care, you're helping people make a choice that matters. And when you do it right, the results speak for themselves. So go out there and build a funnel that makes sense, not just to your team, but to the adult children who are thinking about care before they even realize it. Because once you've planted the idea, the rest is easy. That's assisted living paid ads marketing. I'm Mikey. Go build your funnel and make sure you're pulling people in before they even know they're looking.